You know what, Sade? I was like, I'm from LA, right? So y'all know I grew up learning how to drive in LA. So I see them, and I'm always pretty good about, one car length, right? But I also grew up in LA, so I'd be like, you know, thank you. But I was like, let me go. I was gonna go around them, and I was like, nah, you know what? Let me hang back because they actually are driving a little too erratically. I need to stay behind them where I can see them. I don't want to be in front of them where they're behind me. I want to be able to see them and stop if I need to. Hi, Ray. Hi, Seventh Letter. And so I was really grateful that I was behind them. I was able to stop. Thankfully, no other cars got hit. One car got hit, but it was like the trailer on the back of their car. So no damage to them, no loss of life, nothing like that. So that was just like, whew, thank goodness. Hi, Jay Monet. So really, really grateful that it was not as bad as it could have been, even though it was bad. Hi, Spam. Hi, Evita. Hey, Hillary. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. That's my crazy Tuesday story for y'all. Hopefully, nothing else cray happens. Listen. Oh, thank you so much, Spam. Thank you, thank you. That word has like multiple meanings for me. The first one is obviously we think about like spam, right? But my ex-husband used to be a big spam eater, like the spam in the can. He spent a lot of time in Hawaii as a kid because his parents were military, and I never could get on the spam boat. Hi, dark skin lover girl. I was like, I can't even do it. I don't know how you doing it. I can't even do it. Hi, Rose. Hi, cheeky baby. Hi, Ash. I'm trying to give it a minute just to let everybody come in. Oh, thank you, dark skin lover girl. I got the slick back for y'all. Now y'all really know I need to wash my hair. I say once it goes into like the fluffy pony, it's wash day. If it's in a slick back, I mean, sometimes if it's in a slick back, it's because I washed it and I didn't want to define it. But a lot of times it's like, girl, you need to just make this rock for a couple. What can you make shake for a couple more days? Hi, Tata. Hi, Tiana. Yeah, Hawaii. And I feel like, where else was he? Hi, Fire Smacker. Erica. Hold on. Let me answer your question in 2 seconds. Oh, that's so funny, Spam. Hi, Ian. Yeah, there, and I think Japan as well. He wanted to name our child Mei Lee. He wanted me to have a black child running around named Mei Lee. Maybe it was Korea, Hillary. I was like, sir, what is wrong with you? No, we're not going to name her Mei Lee. Beautiful name. I am not trying to set my black child up for that. Oh, it's a beautiful name. I didn't want to set my black child up for people being like, well, why is that your name? Well, why'd you choose a name from a culture that you don't even belong to? That's not weird. That didn't feel like you stepping. No. I didn't want to set her up unnecessarily. Beautiful name though. Okay, so last time that we were on live, they wanted me to talk about what's them people. Hi, Kimberly. They would have told her she was biracial. Probably Beatrice. They would have insisted they knew her heritage, child. Hi, Jamie. They wanted me to talk about, thank you, the Scots. Now, y'all know you can't really say the Scots to me because I think of Contessa and what's her husband's name? They would have like, your parents are mixed, Contessa and Scott. Ain't they last name Scots too? What's their last names? They not Scots. But that's who I think of. Is it for real? Metcalf. Maybe it's the Huntsville Scots. Child, I don't know, but I don't think about Desmond and Chrissy, y'all, because I don't watch couple content creators. Okay. Hi, Tashina. Hello, hello. It is Metcalf. Okay. And then there's somebody on Huntsville, which they just dropped the first half of the season. They just dropped the first half of the season onto Discovery. Baby, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hi, Lene. I'm ready, child, because I cannot wait to get into fucking Marceau and Maurice's ass. Probably definitely Maurice. Marceau, he been trying to keep it cute. But Maurice, oh, I gotta get in that ass. Because, baby, what is you talking about? Why aren't we having sex the same way we used to? And your wife has a whole fucking cancer diagnosis that she has been getting chemo treatment for. Boy. But he's been insensitive for seasons about that. I need my girl Kimmy to go ahead and move around, okay? Because she is too bad. Bad. She beautiful. Intelligent. Like, girl, please. Please. Anyway, let me not get distracted. Christy and Desmond. Christy and Desmond. Now, I do not engage. I know she not. Don't tell me that. Don't say it. So Kimmy got a cancer diagnosis. Yes, that dark skin lover girl. She got a cancer diagnosis and went through chemo a couple years ago at this point. Listen, hi Nikki, I don't engage with couple content. I think it's a little bit weird. Hi Naira, but I have seen them come across, honestly, y'all, Facebook, not even TikTok, if I'm honest. I've never seen them on TikTok. I've only seen them on Facebook. Yeah, I think so too. Okay. I've only seen them on Facebook. That is where I see like the most random shit that's like, what? You could tell that I don't curate well over there as far as like the stuff that comes through. Yeah, I don't, Mommy Ashley, this is going to sound mean, and I don't mean for it to sound mean, but it is truly how I feel. I feel like people that make couple content their identity online, one, I know that that's got to be fucking exhausting. You can never actually be having normal couple experiences because everybody's watching you all the time. So everything's being dissected. So you can't even just have like normal couple shit happen because people are going to have opinions, right? That are like a lot about it. But it really gives like the t-shirt that you have to put on when y'all fight, or you know, where you got to be in a t-shirt together, or like the couples that have social media profiles together and it's like, who cheated? You know, like, why do y'all need the same social media profile? I don't know, girl. And yeah, it doesn't feel authentic to me. Most couple content I see does not feel authentic to me. It feels like a performance because you are performing to an extent, right? And I'm not talking about the people that it's like you make content and sometimes your partner's in it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where it's like the content is couple content. Like that's the intention of the content that's being made. But I don't know anything about them to know whether or not that's how they listen, Naira, because is that not what it is, low key? Share custody social media account for the cheating recovery. Like, and Tashina, the thing is, they are putting on a show, and that's not inherently negative, but it's also, I'm not watching TV when I'm on social media. You know what I mean? Like, I expect a show on TV. I don't know. That's just me personally. Exactly, Ashley, right? Like, of course your partner is going to maybe be in your content sometimes. Like, even people that are like Cordina, right? I saw Cordina get mentioned, like, they're not a couple content account. They make content. Sometimes they're in each other's content. That's not the same thing to me. That's different. Yeah, I mean, we all are. Hi, Mika. Ooh, cookie dough. Hi, Lule. That was funny. Okay, so funny. I can't. So he cheated, allegedly. I guess I have to add allegedly, right? No, he confirmed he cheated. He cheated. And the people are basically saying that it's her fault. In 2025, this is the response. That, I mean, in his whatever the fuck that was statement, I did not watch Blue's Live about it. Wait, did I say 2025? Oh my God, 2026. He gave a statement where he said, I asked for a separation. In that time, I did things I wasn't proud of. He said he cheated, girl. He confirmed, right? And here's the thing, okay, my thing is, even if she is annoying in real life, he knew what the fuck he signed up for. Haven't they been together since high school? Weren't they high school sweethearts? Like, he's not confused. And being annoying is not a reason to cheat on someone. That's a great question. Do you think that the audience that watches couples content is the type to blame the woman, like, in general? I'm going to make a big old generalization, like gigantic generalized statement that I have no evidence to back up. Okay? I have no evidence to back up. This is just a generalized fucking statement that I am making just based on like anecdotal stuff. I think a lot of times people engage with couple content because it gives them something to aspire to. This is why we had hashtag couple goals, right? And I think that if we're not careful, when we are aspiring to live people's lives, and let's be honest, it's typically women ingesting this content, right? Because women are raised to be wives and men are raised to be men. Women are raised to be wives and men are raised to have a wife, but not to be a husband. And you know the difference I'm talking about, right? So I think that women who are typically engaging with and ingesting that content. And if you are not, Naira, I think we are. And I can share more about why I think that. Women are typically ingesting this content. And if you are not careful and you are watching that couple content, that's right, Tashina. If you're watching that couple content because it is something for you to aspire to, we're going to open this panel as soon as we hit 25K, y'all. If you're looking at that as something to aspire to, and then someone lets you down, and you're a woman and you're the type of woman that is ingesting this content because you are aspiring to be a wife, you probably are more likely to place blame on the wife. Because you are, I'm not even going to say male-centered. I'm going to say like title-focused. And you see wife as like the ultimate goal to attain in life. And so someone bursting the bubble on your fantasy can be very hard for people to reconcile with. This is why I say to y'all, like, right, like, I actually appreciate being humanized. Thank you, dark skin lover girl. I actually appreciate that, right? It's why I try to keep us grounded about like our Love Island couples, explicitly Nick and Alandria, because they're the ones that are like out of the stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? And so when your fantasy bubble gets burst, people will lose it. It's why people act like how they act with Jada and Will. It's why people act like how they act with Toya and Eugene. Because how she could talk to her man like that and he still got her draped, living this life that's beautiful in these beautiful houses, doing what she wants, getting what she wants. How she get to act like that and still have that, and I'm doing all the things that you're supposed to do to be chosen as a wife, and I'm not. How dare she deviate from what I've been told? And this shit is subconscious. This is not a conscious, people are not making a choice to feel like this, right? They are having a visceral reaction in their bodies and then commenting about it, right? But how dare she deviate from the path that was laid for me as to what I'm supposed to do in order to be chosen as I continue to remain unchosen? Exactly, Naira. And that's why I say that men are raised to have wives, but not to be husbands. Women are raised and socialized to believe, especially by larger culture, stuff might be happening different in your particular house, right? But we are definitely raised to believe. No, I said Toya. Toya from Married to Medicine. We are raised to believe that like being a wife and a mother is like the natural progression for us, right? I know that the majority of men are not raised to believe that the natural progression for them is being a husband and a father. To have a wife, yes, but that's more about ownership and what that then offers to them as they are then able to export a shit ton of like labor, right? But they're not raised in the same way to value marriage and being a husband in the same way. Clock it, Naira. And I'm often pushing back on men even saying that like it's legacy, because really what you're doing is creating lineage. Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't have nothing to be remembered for. Let's be honest. No shade, right? But like we were having a conversation with men on Ginger's Live. I'm gonna ADHD y'all for 2 seconds. Hang with me. But we were having a conversation with the men on Ginger's Live. Y'all know Ginger, my mutual. And they were talking about legacy, right? Like how they want to have legacy, blah, 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 blah. And we were like, when you think about Maya Angelou, you don't think about her children. When you think about Dr. Joy, what's her last name? The one that did the post-traumatic slave syndrome. You don't think about her husband, you think about her and her work, because that's legacy, right? I'll give even the instance of my grandfather, my mother's adoptive father. He has legacy. Them people don't know who the fuck we are, but they know him and his reputation. They know his work. If you're from LA, if you're from Los Angeles, and you've ever heard of the Children's Institute out there and Project Fatherhood, that is my grandfather's work that went into prisons to teach fathers how to reintegrate into their children's life and to be present fathers. That lives beyond me. Nobody is associating that to me or to his daughter or his son, right? That is his legacy apart from us. We're his lineage, but we're not his legacy. Does that make sense? And too often men think that just shooting up or pewing up the club and making a baby somehow leaves legacy. It's not the same thing. A lot of y'all men ain't got, no, I'm being shady. I was about to say no shade, but I'm being shady. But y'all don't have nothing to actually be remembered for. No, I mean, that is shady. But I also don't think it's inherently negative to be like just a normal average person in the world either. So I will say that too. Thank you. That's the last name. Beatrice, I could not think of her last name. Hi, baby. Oh, wait. Hi, Kat. I love that you call me TT. Hi, Alexandra. Oh, no, it's not cookie dough. It's accurate. It's accurate. Thank you. I used to subscribe to Izzy and Liv. Have y'all heard of that? It's like a box by these Black women. I don't even know if it exists anymore, but they would send you monthly like things from Black owned companies. And this is a shirt that came in that box one time, a long time ago, years and years ago. So Christy and Desmond, people are now shifting blame to her, which I think, to your point, makes a lot of sense. I feel like that was you, Bae, that said it, that like, yes, a lot of the people that ingest that type of content are the people that would shift blame to her. That said, I don't give a fuck if you asked for a divorce or to be separated, because here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The man said that he asked to be separated. That's not the same thing as asking for a divorce. Can we even clock that, see? Y'all are almost at 25K and we will open up the panel. You can request to come up. Can we clock that? He asked to be separated, not divorced. So if y'all had separated, you would have felt like you were justified? Because you're still not divorced. You still would have been a couple. You still would have been married. She didn't do shit, T. She didn't do shit other than be a woman that did not agree to separate. And so he cheated, and now people are saying, oh, well, he asked to separate and she didn't separate, so it's her fault. And she's annoying. She was always snatching the plates from him. And I've seen all kind of rhetoric. And it's the fact that, oh my God, I'm about to bring up Love Island and I hate it. I'm just kidding. I don't hate it, y'all. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But like the willingness to be so shitty to women and to not have the same smoke for men is actually gross. And what I think is really interesting, oh my God, I'm about to soapbox y'all, is I want y'all to think about the way that people reacted. Hi, Whiteria. I actually am still doing the Find Your Fave series. So here's the thing for me. When you look at the couples in Love Island that have broken up, and you look at who has gotten flack in those dynamics versus who has not. Okay? And I want you to position that up against this story with Desmond and Christy. And I want you to see that there's a lot of similarities in these stories. Y'all are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Let me dump my brain out for you for a second. When Iris and Pepe broke up and she said he cheated, he got all the slander in the world without him ever confirming he cheated, okay? All the slander in the world. They're still in that man's fucking mentions being disgusting to that man, okay? In protection of Iris. I'm gonna paint the picture, right? When Amaya and Brian broke up, again, he cheated, alleged. She didn't really say it. She just kind of like hinted, hi, Mia T, you know where I'm going. Brian getting all the flack. They still in that man's comments being disgusting. Disgusting. The things they say are like, what? Shelly came out and said, we broke up amicably. We have agreed that we are never going to be able to move forward in the way that maybe we want to, whatever her words were, right? We are in love and in grace and in gratitude for one another. We are in so regulated, so emotionally mature, so just no beef. She went to delete that man's pictures off her damn Instagram. And the people were losing it to the point where the pictures went back up. The pictures went back up. And so much sympathy for him. Now I'm gonna keep having you walk with me for just a little bit longer. Y'all asked me to listen to this damn That's exactly what I was about to say, Angie. Y'all want me to listen to this interview, right? So I'm like, let me go see if he posted about it yet, because I ain't heard nothing about it. It's Tuesday. It was supposed to come out on Sunday or Monday, right? Everything is gone. It's all white. And you know what they're doing? Praising him because he said he wanted privacy. He wanted privacy, and oh my gosh, look at him. He's doing so amazing. You're doing a great job, sweetie. Now I want you to lay Christy and Desmond on top of this. Where she said he cheated, he said, yeah, I cheated. And they're like, well, you know, she does snatch that plate a little bit too much. You know, she is annoying in her content. He asked for a separation. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? Iris, a white woman, protected. How dare he? How dare he do that to her? An allegation. An allegation. Amaya, who, yeah, we say she's Afro-Latina, and I think she's said it one time. I think she has said it one time. But I identifies as Dominican, right? Let's be clear, right? All the smoke for Brian. All protect Amaya. All the smoke for Brian, right? And I want you to clock Iris with the face all the time, okay? And Amaya, hi, Charlie, with the infantilizing that she did on the show as well, right? But Shelly, who we perceive as a confident, strong woman, strong energy, strong personality, right? Suddenly it's let's coddle that man. This couple, they see her, and if you really want to, from what I've heard in the streets, maybe they lying to me, y'all. Maybe they're lying to me, okay? But from what I've heard in the streets, Christy is the program. That's what I heard. That's what I heard, is that Christy's the program, okay? Christy is the program. She's the show. And he is an accessory to the show, right? And all the smoke now for her, even in a confirmed cheating situation. Why are y'all coddling these men simply because their partner is perceived as strong? And let's also clock it, both of these women, black women. And not even both dark-skinned black women. I need our community, because I'm assuming that's the majority of her audience. And again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? Chrissy is a TikTok influencer, I guess. I don't really know. I've seen her on Facebook. I've seen her and her husband's content on Facebook, right? Okay, bad. Did you find videos to send me? But like, the fact that these women are having to deal with the community that ingests them, right? This black love community. Having so much my son is my king energy, to the point that even in an admitted cheating dynamic, even in a scenario where one of the partners does exactly the same thing as the other partner, only one of those partners catches the smoke. Why? Why? Are you not disgusted with yourself? They're not. I don't know why I asked that question. But it's no different. It's no different than what I said in the... If you have been rocking with me since the Islanders were in the villa, you're going to probably remember that I said this. When they were in the villa, I was annoyed. I was annoyed when they got back from Casa. And everybody's question to Shelly was, when are y'all going to close off? When are y'all going to close off? And I was annoyed because how dare you fucking ask her that when that man has been the Energizer Bunny around this villa the whole time? Why is the burden on her? Why is the burden on her to make it something? She been waiting. She been about him. Why is the burden on her? I don't appreciate that shit. I don't like it. And this is why I could never be convinced that that fan base actually likes her, but that's a whole nother conversation. They have been acting, and not just the fan base, even the motherfuckers in the villa. Putting all the burden on the partner to make it all, to make it work, to make it better, to fix it. To make it something. I don't like it. It's gross to me. Like asking her, oh, Erica, I don't know, girl. I don't know if he is or not. Clock it, T. I don't know if he is or not, Erica. Child, I don't know if he ever was or not. Maybe he made the whole thing up so they would shut up in the comments. He's like, I got an interview coming. Stop asking. He was sick of that shit. But yeah, like, I just don't appreciate how in these scenarios, so clear, right? And obviously this is anecdotal, y'all, right? Like, I don't have like a research study to back this up, right? But we're all watching in real time. Y'all are so funny. The heart rate challenge is what they're talking about. Y'all gonna conjure them up. But like, in all of these scenarios, we're literally watching in real time the reaction to a strong, and I'm using that on purpose. Ooh, I'm not trying to trigger y'all, I swear. But like a reaction to a strong personality and charactered Black woman in relationship to a more infantilized, weaker, and I don't think they're weak. But we can get into that. Non-Black woman, right? And the reality is that's because y'all measure womanhood against Black women, right? I've talked to y'all about this before, not to bore you, right? But we know, if you're a subscriber, you've heard me go into lots of details about this already, but we know that that's measured against Black womanhood the same way manhood is, with Black womanhood being the extreme opposite of womanhood in the United States, and I would say probably in any colonial place, right? And so if we're strong, then what's the opposite of strong? And so whether they are weak or not is irrelevant. It has to do with the fact that that is how people read them and perceive them. Exactly. I don't think she's weak at all. It's the way that they perceive them. Which is why white woman tears is even a whole thing. Right? It's why they was trying to jump me on Ginger's panel about me telling a white woman that she didn't need to be speaking about something. Because the aggressive, mean Black woman is, oh, that poor dainty little white woman, how dare she hurt her feeling? Like, girl, boy, please. T, zip it. Zip it, lock it, and put it in your pocket. Seventh letter said they say weak, but they allow them to experience a softness that they don't think Black women deserve. And this becomes I think the y'all can request to come up. Y'all hit 25K, but you do have to keep liking the live. Thank you so much, dark skin lover girl. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. That presents, I think, the entire, well, not the entire, but a lot of the dilemma around black womanhood and this strength piece, right? Because I know that can feel really triggering for people. I want us to, as Black women, feel more empowered to embrace the truth of how we are raised without having to feel like that is a negative simply because larger culture has positioned it as such. I'm not saying that, like, yeah, you absolutely do deserve to be checked on. You deserve to be able to be soft. I don't think that softness has to come at the expense or can only exist in the absence of strength. I don't think that has to be mutually exclusive, and I won't let anybody allow me to believe that statement, because the reality is I do have to be strong in order to deal with the world in which I live. My softness is not going to protect me from systemic oppression. It's not going to protect me from misogynoir. I'm going to be both, and I get to be them exactly on my own terms. Cookie dough. On my own terms. I get to set the standard as to when I'm going to be those things. You don't get to determine for me, but I am inhabiting both of those things. And actually my strength is beautiful too. And that is feminine. That is feminine. I'm sorry. If we want to just, and I'm not a person that reduces women to their biology, so don't misunderstand me. But you mean to tell me a person that is a woman that has a uterus, that has the ability to produce a life, to push a life into the world, that person is not strong? That she's supposed to not be a strong person? Are you okay? I don't know. Listen, Charlie. When I was birthing my youngest son, I labored in the bathtub, but they wouldn't let me deliver in the bathtub. So I was going to deliver him over the toilet. I was going to catch him in my hands over the toilet. And then I decided I didn't like that position anymore. My body was asking for something different. So I was holding his head and walking across the hospital room to get in the bed so that I could, crouch. I'm sorry, you can't ever get me to believe that I'm not a strong person. And to feel like that's something that I should feel is inherently negative. Tata, listen. Chris was like, girl, is you cool? And then the doctor tried to push my leg. I had to slap the doctor. I said, I got this. You just in the room in case something go wrong. I got this, actually. Thanks, no thanks. I'm just kidding. So I'm not going to allow the world to, I didn't have no drugs, T. They asked me if I was hypnotized. They're like, did you get hypnotized before you came in? I was like, no. I watched a lot of YouTube videos about how to submit my body to the pain because it's just a part of the process. And anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. Yes, they were like, are you hypnotized? I was like, girl, what's wrong with you? So it's you're not going to get me to believe that is inherently not feminine or not womanly, right? And so I don't think that it's fair that these women, do your thing, Star, that these women talking about Christy, but again, Michelle is also a great example of this. These women that are strong personalities, charismatic, who are powerful beings, that they somehow should be removed from, thank you so much, Mia, their femininity and the ability to be soft and the ability to have grace and compassion extended toward them. Why are they becoming the villain in y'all's story so easily? I'm actually not fucking with that. I think that's weird. No, Tashina, I can't hear you out, girl. I can't do it. waddling across the floor mid-labor. Miss Petty, I did. My first baby I gave birth to her in the water. Pushed her out into my hands too. So she and I can't do it. I'll she don't count. I'm sorry. Wait, Star, what's the pattern you're noticing? Okay, Bad and Vi are coming up. Hi, Vi. Hi, Bad.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
What do you want me to call that one that we had to cut from that girl that came on the panel?
Shit, I don't remember what we talked about.
All right.
Okay, so Beatrice is, hi, Vi. The reason I couldn't deliver the last one in the water, Beatrice, is because at that hospital, they didn't have the staff to be able to support me doing that. It's the only reason why. Yes, Miss Petty. And then my birthing stories are cray, y'all. My when I was pregnant with the manager, and I was in labor with her for 3 days, and she was like not centered well to come out. So when I had contractions, they would have me sway. I would sway side to side, and then when I had a contraction, I would plie to help center her and bring her down. Child, you can't tell me women are not strong and that's not inherently womanly and feminine. I can't. I can't believe you. Yes, 3 days, Beatrice. But that was my fault. I was trying to rush her.
3 days.
3 days, Gigi.
Oh my God.
She been doing what the hell she want to do since forever.
I'd have been like, cut it out. Get it out. Be like that scene in Aliens. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out.
Wait, so you legit can be in labor for 3 days?
Because we were contracting enough to be hospitalized and be in labor, but I wasn't dilating fast enough. So I was there for I think I went out on a Friday, and yeah, she wasn't born until Sunday.
Oh, you did something to her utero, because what?
She was
she got her leg back before she even got a toe out. Is diabolical. What you do to that baby?
And then had the audacity to rip me on her way out, talking about came out like this. Like, no, I still don't want to be here.
Manager from birth.
Just a hater from the beginning. Wow.
But I learned the lesson with the second
I'm telling you, every time. I'm telling you, every time I come on here, you confirm my thoughts, my opinions, my choices. Never am I giving birth out of this
That's why
here
you
body.
couldn't pay me to do this shit again.
I got to be rich enough to pay somebody else. I'm
You
not doing
couldn't
it.
pay.
Because
You
period.
couldn't pay me to do this
Exactly.
shit
Sarah
again.
gets. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, are you kidding me? And you already get on my nerves as it is, and you think I'm about to push out a baby for your raggedy ass? You better go find somebody else.
Wait, did you do the D-rugs or the D-rugs?
No D-rugs.
Oh!
The only D-rugs I had with, they gave me D-rugs with manager because they wanted the contractions to come faster. And then they did give me something to sleep so that I could go to sleep. Yeah, because they were because I didn't want anything. And they were like, baby, if you don't sleep, when it's time to push, you're not going to be able to push. So they gave me something to go to sleep.
Wait, so you had to close your eyes and push in your dreams? Is that what you said?
No, I have to go to sleep the day before.
Oh. See, this ain't for me. This ain't for me.
I don't
Carry
remember,
on.
Nani. I don't remember. This is 16 years ago, girl.
Of course you remember, because
I would have blocked it out from trauma.
I honestly
PTSD.
applaud
But maybe
any woman who can do this without the D-rugs, because I vividly remember my mom, because I was in a car accident my 8th month with the little one, and my pelvis was off by 30 degrees. So they weren't sure I can get an epidural. And all I remember is looking at the doctor and pointing at her brother and going, do you see that head? Do you see that head? I'm not pushing shit out, but without drugs. Go get somebody. And my mom was like, well, I pushed you and your brothers out without drugs. I said, Jesus walked the earth when that happened. I have insurance. They will pay for D-rugs. Give me the D-rugs. And I boohoo cried until they got the head of anesthesiology to come put it in, because I wasn't doing it.
I love that for you. Listen, Miss Petty, it's not that scary. Honestly, in another life, y'all, I would have been a doula. And sometimes I still think about being a doula because I was basically my sister's doula. But yeah, I think it's a lot of like it's a for me it was a
But the
mind
people juice.
body experience.
But the people juice.
I don't mind
The
that.
people.
The
I don't mind
people.
The
that.
people's
See,
enough.
no, but y'all see, you
freaking
made me
me
feel like a
out.
horrible parent. You made me feel like a horrible parent
Why?
because I very much was that one. You know, when the baby comes out and they were like, "Oh, here's your bundle of joy," I was like,
Get
"Get
Charlie.
go clean it." That was very much me. My husband has it on video both times. I was like, "Get it off, clean it first."
As
No,
you
not
should.
this.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, newborns look like aliens. I
They
don't
sure
care.
do.
I don't care. All babies are
they
ugly when
all
they were
ugly as
born.
hell.
I was
No.
ugly. My
They
cousins
all
were ugly.
ugly as
Everybody was
hell.
ugly.
They're a little smushed up, you know, the first couple days.
Birthed under the sun on Beyonce's good internet on this good green earth that God gave us, and I was a sight
My
to see, and it
children.
wasn't ugly. I was very
y'all little
pretty,
smushed up
beautiful
gremlins look
babies.
ugly when you
I
come
looked
out.
innocent from day one. Let me tell you. Innocent from day one. Gerber baby on the cover was by Harmony. Yes, ma'am.
You
Until
might have been
said
innocent, but you
I'm
was
out.
ugly. I
Okay,
promise.
I learned to talk, and that's where I went left.
You might have been cute day one, but I don't know about minute one, hour one. We be a little mushed up.
Right. Y'all
I
forget
wasn't-
y'all done
I'm
went
a
through a
Leo. I
whole
was
trauma canal. That is
I'm a Leo.
crazy.
Please.
No,
Y'all
I'm a Leo. I was not.
rolling.
I was not. I mean, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. I didn't do it on purpose. It's just kind of like, it was in the stars. It was my time. It was my turn. Don't be mad.
I will say that I feel like both of my babies were very cute babies when they were born. Mally was a little bit more squished up than Nani. Don't tell them I said that, y'all. But yeah, they were both very cute. But yeah, I mean, I saw your comment about me getting another degree. Don't start, okay? Don't try to be on me, but I do be thinking about being a doula, y'all. I do.
You are brave.
Okay. Dr. Gigi is who wanted to talk about these people.
So were you able to find them?
Desmond and Christy, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one.
Not the other one.
Who was the other one?
Right. This
So I don't know if you guys saw the video before she took it down. There's a young lady. Well, that's why I thought you got into the birthing conversation, because she talks. Her tag is about birthing. That's like her username.
Well,
it's the perfect
she's
birth.
the one. She's the one. So Gigi, tell the people about the
So
girl.
basically, she did a put a finger down challenge, and she said, "Put a finger down if your husband came home after eating coochie and kissed you in the mouth, and you found out he was cheating, and so you decided to take you and your kids and move into the guest house, and in that time you connect with your best friend who's a man, and you didn't think anything of it because y'all been platonic for the last 8 years, and then suddenly he says that he got feelings for you, y'all start kicking it because he's having issues in his own marriage, and then y'all do the diddly, and then you take a pregnancy test and wind up you pregnant, but then he tells you that he's acting funny and tells you that his wife is not going to let him go without a fight, so then you say you're going to go get us some abortions. And so when you go to delete his fetus because he should pay for it, you get there and he says, "Oh, I can't pay for it." So she says, like a Capricorn, you open your own wallet and you pay for the abortion, and then you go home and you do what you do what it do, and then you cut him off. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then she put her finger down.
What in the Degrassi One Life to Live All My Children is going on up in here today?
I guess the video circulated to her ex-husband, who they still, I guess, live on the same property together. So she took the video down. Yeah.
All I heard was the mama was the sister, was the grandma, was the baby. I didn't hear
Listen,
nothing
she
else.
blocked me at put a finger down if you find out your husband been eating coochie and cheating on you and came and kissed you at home and kissed you in the mouth. I was like, he did what with what?
And this is why I came up. And this is why I came up. Because of the foolishness.
We need a voice to read.
Because y'all was out here cutting up. Y'all, first of all, one thing, Tina, my mama told me. She was just like, you was the roughest one. and you gonna be the one to wipe my ass. She didn't say. She said, but you gonna be the one to wipe my ass. And listen, I was the one wiping her ass. Okay, you know what I mean. So you gonna be taken care of. Manager got this.
No.
The manager got this.
The manager has been telling us that she's going to be an unmarried cat lady since she was like 6, and that she's never moving out forever. Like,
girl, that girl gonna have 4 kids. She lying. She lying. I'm the one that said I wanted 8 kids and ended up with none. How about that?
Sounds like me.
And Gigi, I'm gonna need a clip of you rejecting your baby. Just I don't need the whole thing, just a clip. Send that to me. Just send that to me.
Make a group chat.
You said, ew, gross, clean it, and then bring it to me, is what you said.
Yes, because why not? Yeah, that's nasty. As a matter of fact, when I had it, when I had my daughter, they put a mirror up because my son was 2 at the time. He was 2.5. So they put a mirror up and they let us both watch. And we both had the same look on our faces as I was pushing. I was like, ew, what's that? He's like, I don't know, mommy, ew, what's that? And yeah, it was very gross. Like, if you have a baby, don't ever come to me for advice. If you like, oh, should I get pregnant? I will tell you no every time. So don't ever ask
Absolutely.
me. Don't ask me. I will tell you no.
Don't want to know.
Run for the hills, clink, clink, lock it down. Don't do it.
Right, where your mama at? Can't you talk
Has
to her?
to be built.
Not doing it.
Lock it up.
I agree. As a parent, I love mine. And I agree with somebody in the comments that was like, we don't necessarily even need to keep bringing a whole bunch of people into this. What the fuck we got going on?
I agree.
That part. That I agree with her.
That part.
No, that's why I thought that's the video you were talking about, because she talks like all of her other videos are about birthing. So I was like, oh, you found it.
Wait a minute, who this lady? What her name? Who this lady?
It was wild. Her name is her username is a perfect birth.
That's what. Are you?
Do you think that this is just like she just is content farm, like, you know, like content?
I don't know.
farming,
She
like
said that I thought so. She did a response video, right? Today, and she said, I thought that, I put up that video being vulnerable. I was just healing out loud. I didn't think that you guys would make it go viral like that. And I was like,
girl,
journals are still on sale at Barnes and Noble. I need you to know that. If you were,
and you know what, and phone calls, the phones work.
But they also, if you need to have such something so tangible to heal, they have I know a lot of people don't go into that red store no more. However, they have burn journals. You write in them and you set them on fire.
I just don't understand.
I had one of those.
I just don't understand people who put their business out like this and then come on the internet and say, I didn't know it was gonna blow up. Bitch, yes you did. This is what you wanted.
You kind of was hopeful that that's what was going to happen. I agree with you, Nikki.
I will say that I'm definitely a person that, even with the followers, I still be like, oh, I wasn't expecting this video to do numbers. Like, I do just be kind of yapping sometimes, you know what I mean? But I want yours is not out loud in therapy, though. You know,
but yours is not salacious or yours is thought provoking, and
that's fair.
And to be fair, I did peruse her content, and her content on birthing and women's access to health and women's reproductive rights is actually really, really good. She has really good content, does really good numbers. So it's surprising to me that this just went way left, because she did a video, and I think the video is still up there, of her taking the pregnancy test. Oh, and her reaction to it.
Is this a palm color?
No, I don't think. Listen, I even checked for the tag that said that this is satire. I even checked for the tag that said it's a skit. It was not.
Tina, do you believe?
Because I was going to say they're the main group that don't need to bring no more people, but that's just me.
Come on now, preach your
word. I'm sorry.
No, that's true. That's true. I back you up 100% behind that one, because not everybody should and don't have no business doing it. Because what have you met yourself? Have you met yourself?
Exactly.
Listen, I look at my little one and I say the same thing every time. I'm like, God damn, you slipped by. Listen,
For everybody, this is satire
listen,
for
to be
those
fair,
who are
listen,
not
It is
coming.
satire. It is.
It is a satire.
Tashina, this is black people's business. That's what we should say. It was
Yes.
a black woman that told this story. So to y'all that were asking, there was a woman that came on the internet and basically told everybody that her husband cheated on her. She found out because he was outside eating cooter cat, came home, kissed her in the mouth. She moved out of the main home into the guest home, reconnected with her best friend of 8 years, who was a man. He said, I have feelings for you. They did the dude despite him being married. She ended up pregnant. She went to delete us, the fetus. He ain't had the money to do it, so she paid for it herself. That's the recap.
And this is about a perfect.
Her
Yes.
handle is called A Perfect Birth. That's her handle, A Perfect
If
Birth.
you want to be a Tyler Perry movie, just say that.
that's exactly what it was giving by.
Girl.
I was waiting for the.
Yes.
To play with me in my face. If you trying to get to, look, honey, I know the address. Let me message her. I'll be back.
Listen, bye. Let me know what she said because I'm truly curious. She need to come up here on this panel because I am truly curious.
I have questions.
Okay,
I
Hey, Tina, we promise we gonna be good. We gonna be good. I'm gonna be good.
I can't promise nothing.
That's why I rephrased what I just said. I'm gonna be
Y'all
good.
see my username. Always bad.
So you gonna be holding it down in the comments. I need to be front row like at a B2K concert. What is
Listen.
happening, sis? I need to look at her above my glasses. Cause what? Are you cool?
No, honestly, Vi, because I'm curious as to like is virality really that addictive?
She
that
probably
you
don't even know the
would- that
definition
you
of
would
virality,
literally-
to be
and
honest.
then if it's a true story, that's even worse to me. Because is virality really that addictive that you would put that out there? And he says that she has 2 children, right? And you have 2 children with this man, this man that you're divorcing. And this is out there forever. No matter how quickly you delete it, people have already stitched it. Right? So it's like, this is out there. The internet is forever. Like, what prompts you? Because alternatively, you could have recorded it and then just played it for yourself.
I don't know. Okay, Nikki, I know you have a question, but I don't know. This was probably like 2 years ago. But there was a girl on TikTok like 2 years ago where she had been getting on TikTok and using it as like a journal, right? She had been like recording herself and she would just, whatever she was feeling that day, she would record it. She then made a compilation of that after a year, but she didn't play any of the audio. She talked over the audio about what the experience was like. To Gigi's point, it could have stayed in the drafts. Nikki, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, Gigi, how old is this lady? Is she younger or is she our age?
She's being that she's black. She's
She's
one of
our-
those. She drink her water, but she don't mind her business. But she drink her water. If that makes sense.
Okay,
It's giving
okay.
late millennial. It's giving late millennial, early Gen Z. I seen it on the color purple. Yep.
Like, I don't know. She drink her water, but I don't know if she know how to mind her business. So
I don't know. Like this feels
So I
and like
can't tell.
I'm gonna go into the auntie realm, and we up here aunties. It feels like what they used to do on Facebook, just put all their business out there, but now they're doing it on video.
Yes.
And so I don't like. That's why I'm like, are these aunties? Because I can understand it if y'all like. There's a lot of people. There should be no excuse that people our age don't know how the internet works, but there are a lot of older our generation that when
Yeah.
Facebook got out there, y'all know how bad it was.
Listen, I don't know what y'all think
With everybody
37
putting their
looks
business
like.
out there, like my family would be beefing on Facebook, like post, bitch, what? You know what I mean? Like that was my family still be doing that. That's why I'm not on Facebook. To be honest with you.
Listen, it's I don't know. She gives me late 20s to early 30s. I'm not sure.
Cap.
You have no excuse. You know what you're doing then. Then you know what you're doing. Is that was my whole point.
If you can birth a child,
Well, for her to, well, she looked mid 30s to me. A black person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be much older than we look. So to me, I could easily buy her being mid-30s.
From the demeanor of the rest of her content, yes, that does make sense. It does give mid-30s. But if I were to go based off of looks, like I said, she drink water. She don't mind her business though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't. Not you join the sites to troll your children, Proverbs.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet because I'm about to go be nosy and go look since what's his face and do his little whatever. Because I'm still up on that. I got to do my research, but I can take a break. And this is the break that y'all about to give me. Because what? It's given that she missed Freaknik and she mad.
Listen,
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you got to teach some people how to use the internet, even though they grew up at the beginning of the internet. It's given very much like she had AOL and a sidekick and then just stopped at that.
wait, not too much on the sidekick. I love me a sidekick. I will go back to a
I don't even
sidekick.
think she
Girl, I wanna
the way,
say, that's
the way
what
y'all
I'm
be
saying.
talking. I don't even think she was on Black Planet.
Girl, exactly.
Oh my
'Cause
God,
sis,
Black
what do you
Planet. Don't do
mean?
it.
Girl, I was all up
me,
into
Nikki.
that, child. That was baby.
What is Black Planet?
I got in trouble.
Between Black Planet and College Club, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Tell me nothing, girl. I stayed with a dude. Meals were paid. That's what I don't understand. These pygmies, girl. I don't know if y'all be giving it away for free. Like I stayed fed in college, okay?
Let me tell you something. In high school, my phone bill was paid. I had a Metro. My phone bill was paid in high school from somebody that lived across the country in South Carolina. Never had to give up the cat. Western Union knew who I was and saw me come and say, "You're getting your weekly allowance." Absolutely.
Made them work for it,
You
y'all.
know what hold on, I'm about to show my age real quick. You know what my favorite thing is? Girl, let me put some minutes on your phone.
What a time. Talk about nights and weekend this week.
Minutes,
You ain't worried about
That's
it.
okay, baby. You can call me before 7 because I'll put some minutes on your phone.
Because period, I'm not waiting till 7 o'clock. I'm not waiting till 7 o'clock and then 3 minutes. I need you right now. Absolutely. Come on, y'all. Like, who is she playing with?
Tina, it's all over the place. Get it back together.
Bring it back. Okay, listen,
Sorry, y'all. Me too.
First of all, it wasn't 7, it was 9. Okay, and then
It was
moved to
initially
7.
9, yes.
And then it moved to 7. Okay,
7 to later.
Let me not derail either. Okay. But okay, no, there was no question. She thought that I would listen, Betty. We were in the struggle. Okay, but the girl deleted the video before I could go watch it. So by the time Gigi had sent it to me, oh, I had Singular too, Betty. It was gone, and then I had Nextel.
Oh, chirp, chirp.
I don't know any of this stuff.
Sorry.
They're gonna report me as being a minor
Don't tell the
again.
people, Dad. Don't tell the people. But listen,
They're gonna report me again.
as far as we know, she and my husband are getting divorced, right, Gigi?
Yes, as far as we know, her and husband are still getting divorced. They're trying to figure out the situation with the co-parenting. So that's why they have this home together. So that's why she's moved out of the main home and is in the guest house.
Okay. So they are getting divorced. Listen, I don't even think, like, I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't even think, now, while it's not the life I want to live, I don't think it's like something that's completely unheard of or like that outrageous. What's outrageous is that she brought it to the internet. I don't know why it needed to be all of our business.
I'll tell you, she don't know how to mind a business. She drank a water, she don't mind a business.
And for what? Like, what are we gaining? You know? I just don't think that everything needs to be everybody's business. Okay, I know that y'all wanted to, what do y'all want to chat about? I want to be messy, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make a subscriber video instead.
No fun.
Sorry, I did want to talk about the Scots, the great Scots.
Oh, yes, wait, yes, talk to them.
So, I've had conversations. I've been on panels, as I do, right? And what really disturbs me is this trend in which, since Desmond made his statement, this idea that oh, he's redeeming himself. He's taking accountability for what he did. One prevalent one was, oh, men will be men. What the fuck do you mean? What does that mean? Men will be men. Oh, they were together so long, he was bound to want something else. She should have stayed more in the home. She was becoming too powerful. Wait a minute. What? And this is all things coming from, and I hate to say it, younger Black women. These are conversations. Yes, tomatoes, conversations from younger Black women. And I'm just like, like, what are you talking about? Like, what does that even mean? First of all, don't you see that for the PR that it is? Like, of all the things y'all have called PR since last summer, you didn't see that statement for the PR statement it was? Where he plugged his channel, he plugged his social media and was like, yeah, continue following me. This was him getting ahead of that to protect his brand because their brand was produced together. Because allegedly, because I have not been able to confirm this yet, I've heard conflicting stories, that he didn't have social media, or he wasn't as prevalent on social media before their relationship. That he then, when their couple content started taking off, she drove him to have social media. So, if that's the case, it would make sense for him to put a statement out like this, so that he can start to separate his brand from hers, right? And to start branching out into his own individual space, which makes sense. Now, what I did say was that it does take two to tango when it comes to, for the most part, when it comes to the deterioration of a relationship, because there are two people in a relationship, right? There very much could have been things behind the scenes that we didn't see, in which they didn't communicate properly, and that's, to the both of them. However, what disgusts me is people trying to blame her for his infidelity. And I feel that for a man or a woman, that goes either way in any partner in the relationship. I may be responsible for pissing you off, for the breakdown in the communication in this relationship, but unless I have agreed to introduce another person, another party, I am not responsible for your infidelity. Mm-hmm. And even then, we still have boundaries. So I am not responsible for your infidelity. And it's very obvious in his statement, because in his statement, he says, we were having discussions about what was going on, and I did things I am not proud of. The man admits to the shit. And yet they will jump through every fucking Fruit Loop hoop to blame this woman for his bad behavior. It is just crazy to me.
Can I
Toya, what? He gained more followers since his statement? I'm disgusted.
Birds are listen, the birds have flown the coop. It is crazy.
Listen, I watched
I could
News
believe
Live, 4-hour live. Now, granted, the first hour was her speaking about, herself and what her plans are, which was very good, by the way. I highly recommend watching even the first hour. But I listened to all all of it. I was, Blue, her show's sponsored by ADHD, so it can get kind of rough for some people, to stay in it. But one thing, like her whole video, her whole live was specifically talking about when we want to talk about standing on business. Christy stood on business. Mm-hmm. She said, even though we just bought this new house, there's a lot of things I can lose, but one thing I'm not going to lose is my dignity. I'm going to take my stuff and I'm going to leave, because there's no, why stay? There's so many women that would stay. And that's what's so surprising. We can learn a lot about how she moved, because a lot of people have a lot of big talk. If my man cheated on me, I would never, I'd be gone. A lot of us make excuses to stay. And now y'all turning on her. You know what? And Gigi, to your point, I'm not surprised it's the younger people. I'm not. For the simple fact what Tina brought up with Strippergate. There's a lot of it. We are watching a time where we're seeing conservatism seep into how we view, even us Black women, how we view being with men in relationships. That's why you're seeing so many pick-me's. We just sat up here and was joking about how we ain't never paid a phone bill and never and didn't give up the cat. That I stayed, I stayed full. I was not hungry in college because I had men taking me out on dates and did not give up the cat because we made them work for something. So if you all are not paying attention to how much what society is going through is seeping in to the younger generation, that trad wife, black women want to think that they are excluded from that. No, 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 no. You have fallen into it as well. These women are upholding the patriarchy, claiming that they are feminists, and that is not the truth.
Can I just say real quick too that back in our early live days, I feel like it was P, and P has already left. It might have been Antoinette too, y'all. I might be misremembering, but y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But I can remember them talking about, like, the conversation came up about soft life, and it came up about pink pill. I feel like this was P and Antoinette. And I've like made videos kind of expanding on the thought, but like, yeah, number one, I'm usually talking about black people because I'm a black person, right? But like, we have always had conservative values in our communities because a lot of us are Christian, right? Or like are raised Christian, at least, even if you're not anymore. Like, you were likely raised in that faith if you were raised in a faith at all in the United States, right? So you have a lot of conservative values to begin with. Even though we may be less conservative in some other areas. But I made a video about it in relationship to Baddies USA. Like, I need y'all to see how this is like wide scale, and y'all gonna be mad, but I don't care. Y'all know I don't care. Not like I don't care about how y'all feel, but I'm gonna say what I want to say. But that girl Hand that made that video about Beyonce in the Cowboy Carter era and talking about the profiteering around, but also like the push for this agenda toward like patriotism and reclamation of what it means to be an American. And like, so yeah, if those ideals are intrinsically tied to ideals around conservatism and trad wife stuff and patriarchy and whatever, like, to think that is not all laying a groundwork for how you're then seeing these types of women engage with this content, like, baby, it's all in the same pot, making the same recipe, however you feel about it. And so unless you are being very vigilant around buying into certain, like, I don't even like it when, who's gonna be the man? Because do you not hear how that is the same? Like, you are playing in the same sandbox, baby. And too many people don't actually have trying to find the words. I don't know how to say it nicely. They're not smart enough to be in certain arenas and not become susceptible to what's being spewed in that arena. They don't think enough for themselves to be able to be in the space and hear it and not be impacted by it, right? They're not like, yeah, I'm just listening to it, but like, I still stand on my own principles and morals, right? Which is why, listen, because it's all connected. It's all connected. Which is why people wanted, they couldn't believe that people didn't immediately get on Michelle's train when her and Alan broke up. Well, because you only don't like her because of Alan, right? And it's like, no, I have a brain that lets me think however I think about each individual person as an individual. Or how people are like, well, you can't ever criticize Nick because Alandria loves him and she says that, talking badly about him is hurtful to her. And so if you're really a fan, you can't ever critique anything Nick does. And it's like, no, baby, you have your own mind. You have your own mind. Whatever any of these people that you like feel, it should not influence how you feel. You should be ingesting the information on your own and coming to your own conclusions. And so a lot of people need to be a lot more careful with the shit that they ingest, because they just don't have the mental fortitude to stay safe.
Range. Tina, I have a statement that I've been just, I know it feel like it feels like I'm being judgmental, and maybe I am, so let me know if I am. But you know, just going back to, because that's when I really saw it really play out, is Strippergate. And it was very interesting having people talk about, you know, how we don't, you know, like we should stop objectifying, you know, men and women. But at the same time, that same person or people was also talking about, like, they should never have been there, you know, like, why even go there? I don't understand. And I think that's really what it is. It's just like, are you trying to push how you live your life on other people when you make these statements? Because that's what was so confusing. And that's why it's really hard to, like, have, you know, conversations with certain demographics. Because I'm just like, you see how you're pushing your conservatism, but at the same time, you are also, you know, wanting to hold people accountable when it comes to, like, feminism. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too judgmental.
I don't think it's that you're being judgmental. I think that you are trying to measure people's actions with their words. If you are, it's kind of like the conversation we were having about Priyanka the other day, right? Like this faux feminism. You are trying to purport yourself as someone that is a radical feminist or someone that is a liberated woman. And then you have such oppressive views about things like, your actions and your deeds are not matching your word, right? And I say all the time, I was raised by Asada Shakur, right? I believe that theory without practice is just as ineffective as practice without theory. They need each other. So if all you have are the words and it sounds good, but that's not how you live your fucking life, then baby, that don't mean shit to me. And so I think that you are interrogating where people are saying, oh yeah, I'm this or that, but then they're not actually living that out, and that doesn't make any sense. You're noticing the incongruence, and they probably don't even realize the cognitive dissonance that's happening. Because I agree, right? I think that a lot of people, their liberalism, their freedom, their liberation, whatever, stops at certain avenues. They're like, oh, that's my hard line. That's my hard line. No, not like for real not for real raised by her as in like, she is an ancestor whose shoulders I want to be able to stand on. Like, she is someone whose work I value as a part of like teaching me how to be a human in the world. But yeah, like people, yeah, like I just think that some people need to recognize, well, I mean, they're going to do whatever they want to do. But more people should be honest about the fact that like, that's your actual stopping point. Like, you're not quite as maybe liberated as you think. Like, no shade, all tea. Like, I'm really not trying to be shady. Like, when people are like, oh, you know, fuck 12, or, you know, fuck them pigs, but are also very much, look, don't even start it. Hi, Maisha, but are very much like, not abolitionists either. Right. And I'm not saying that you have to be all the way on one side, but it's interesting to have this, but then not the practice of it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah.
Tina, can you also speak to that? Because what I'm like, what's really bothering me is that they fail to recognize, as much as they critique Nick and Alandria, they fail to recognize that race plays the same part. Because did you have this much smoke? If would you have this much smoke if it was TJ and Iris?
No, I mean,
you know what I mean. You know, like,
Nikki, now
you know you playing into
don't have the same smoke for Come Here Mayo. You know that.
I do know that, but what I'm saying is, like, why do you have this critique with this black woman who is dating this white man, and you don't know anything about the relationship, But yet I've seen some really other, like, really more foul things that are coming out of, come here Mayo, to be honest with you. And you not having that same level of smoke. Like, I just feel like, if y'all need to be careful in this new generation. I'm just saying, if y'all don't recognize that race plays a role in everything, even how you critique,
Mm-hmm.
then y'all will find yourselves in very, very muddy waters come in the future. I don't know. That's just what. Oof. It just. I'm just having a time.
Yeah, it's a
User,
rabbit hole. Can I piggyback off Miss Nikki?
real quick, by user, a lot of number. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. Yes, go ahead, bye. And then Bat, I want to let you get into.
Yeah, because like what Nikki is talking about is like 100%, whatever, what she's saying. I agree with you 100% because it's like, it's a lot of things that have been going on at the beginning. Well, it started in the end of 2025 and now it has migrated with us into 2026. And it's like every area within social media, it seems like there's a race war that's happening of some sort. You got Nick and Alandria. If you go to Twitch or whatever they be doing them gaming things, don't jump on me because I know how to write and y'all just know how to push buttons. Don't come for me. I will don't do that. But there was a thing happening with this young lady who is an artist and she is soaring. But you got this YT gamer talking crazy about her, but it wasn't until someone of our, color that stood on business and said, I'm cool if I'm the only one, which you will never do during my time on this earth is talk to that woman like that. If you don't like her music, fine. But what you not gonna do is present it the way that you're presenting it because you don't like her music or don't like her. And if you don't like her, again, that's your prerogative. But you're weird because you don't know her. You just know the music and you have an issue with the music. And there is a way to speak about things because the people are on the internet is like, oh my God, everybody's so soft. Y'all still so sensitive. Da, da, da. No, it's not that we're sensitive. It's the fact that you guys are unwilling to learn how to speak, which is why it makes sense to me that you dumbasses don't know how to write. You're telling me asking someone to be respectful of their craft with your opinion is too much. It is too much to ask for respect from a baby daddy that you gave his child. You birthed that person. That man wasn't on no hospital bed birthing nobody. But it's the respect factor, and I feel like nowadays respect is just too much for people. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense, you guys?
Yes, you are. And I just want to, and I'll end it here, y'all. We know that there is a huge attack on Black women. Like every Black woman that I have been on panels with, spoken with online, can all agree to that. But we the ones attacking the Black women. We're the ones attacking each other. That's my whole point.
Can I speak to that really quickly? Because it's really funny that you say that, because I was having a conversation in a group chat talking about that. And I think that there needs to be, and I wish that there was a study out there that examined how Black people are trained to consume media, especially Black women. We are trained to consume medias as crabs in a bucket. This is why we struggle with, and when I say we, I mean as a whole, right? As a whole, we struggle with identifying, with accepting that there's enough space for more than one successful Black woman in entertainment spaces. We struggle with that because we have been conditioned to believe that only one. It's why you have the wars between the Bardys and the Barbs. It's why you have the comparisons between Rihanna and Beyonce. It's why you have the comparison, why there has to be one Black woman per category. Right. And I said white people, if there's any, and I hate giving white people credit, but if there's one thing that they have established is you can get Helen Mirren, Judi Dench, Glenn Close, all in the same room, and none of those white women have to
Dame
argue.
Meryl Streep. Don't
Meryl
forget her.
Streep, none of those white women have to argue about their status or their space or their worth in the entertainment industry. However, you get your Viola Davises, your Kerry Washingtons, your Regina Halls, your Gina King, you get them all in one space, and they're having to fight and negotiate and sacrifice for salary because we have been conditioned to believe that only one, it's like Highlander, there can be only one. And we see that happening with Alandria. We see that happening with different women of color. And it's happening by the Black community because it's how we've been conditioned to consume media. It's crazy to me. Because you can't tell me that Keira Knightley, Natalie Portman, and Anne Hathaway ain't the same fucking white woman. Same fucking white woman. But
Exactly
they each
same.
got their individual respects and their individual flowers in the community, even though their works often overlap. They're the same white woman to me, but their shit overlaps all the time and they never have to fight for it. But a Black woman always has to, because we have been conditioned to believe that Black women, especially, we're like Highlander. There can be only one per category. And hell, shut up, Gigi. Shut up, Gigi. I was about to say some shit about Tyler Perry Medea. Shut up, Gigi. But yeah.
I mean, have y'all seen, okay, I want that to go. Have y'all seen the show The Other Black Girl?
No, what's that?
It is a show on, I feel like it's on Hulu. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, you have Star's Journey. It's wild. But it's supposed to be like a comedy drama. It's a little bit nuts, but basically I don't want to give away too much. It is on Hulu. Okay. The kind of the premise of the show is like, there's this Black woman. How do I not say too much? They're basically trying to conform Black women into whiteness. And they're using a special hair grease to do it.
Oh, I know you trying it. I know.
I've heard about this.
Do you
Okay,
really,
it's
like,
in my queue. It's in my
Wait a
queue.
minute.
I've heard about this.
Is this something I need to watch? Is this like Southern Fried Rice?
I haven't, no,
That's
it's
a
not
hell
a hate
no.
watch. It's not a hate watch because I didn't watch Southern Fried Rice, child. But I would say definitely watch it. Someone said read the book before and then go watch the show. I only watched the show. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was weird and creepy, but it was pretty good.
What's it called again?
It's called The Other Black Girl.
Bet. I got Audible. I can listen to it in my sleep. Don't play with me.
Is it a UK show? There are lots of, aren't these Black American women in this show? No, it's not about Madam C.J. Walker. No, it's a show where the premise of the show is essentially, yes, it was a book first. Essentially, there is a woman who develops a hair grease in order to help kind of separate you from your Blackness, fold you into whiteness, and how that makes you then successful. And I was just thinking about it as you all were talking about being the only one, right? Like how oftentimes people like to be the only one, or they revel in being the only one, but that's because we're told that there can only be one, right? This is like Gigi was saying, right? Why they do all the comparisons with the artist. It's why I've made the argument before, and I stand by it, that part of Nicki Minaj's issue with Megan Thee Stallion is the fact that she did not have to endure the same level of harassment and violence and vitriol in the way that Nicki had to do it, being the woman of, right? Megan didn't have to ask for men's permission to access the industry in the way that she had to, right? Nicki is from the era where you had to be the first lady of, or, you know, the one woman rapper out of the whole crew of men rappers, right? And so you have to know that came with a certain level of like oppression, right? And not that
That was her beef with Lil Kim.
Well, I mean, I think Little Kim also she was the one of only, right? Like that's why her and Foxy were at odds, right? But so I think that Foxy Brown, I think of Little Kim, I think of Nicki Minaj, I think of Remy Ma. All of these women were women rappers amongst a group of men rappers. And that is supposed to be what made them special. That is why they were able to have access. And so the fact that Megan Thee Stallion has not had to do it in the same way, even Cardi B has not had to do it in the same, I feel like that's a huge part of Nicki Minaj's beef with them, right? And like I know like Lotto hasn't had to do it in the same way, right? Ken the Man hasn't had to do it in the same way, but they also don't have the same level of like fame that like Meg and Cardi have. So the fact that Meg and Cardi were able to make it to the level of fame and notoriety and like recognition that they have without having to subjugate themselves to men in the same way that Nicki did, infuriates her. She cannot stand it because you're supposed to be, it can only be one. And I had to, like Proverbs 31 said, pay my dues and subjugate myself and give up. And so why shouldn't you? Back to how they feel about Christy, child. Okay, Bad, give your thoughts, please.
I totally agree with that. I was also going to say it's part of her being male-centered. Like, every beef that starts with her is either somebody says something about her husband or something else about a man, and then she gets mad when her whole issue is, yes, you were one of the first, you were like a trailblazer. So instead of getting upset because somebody else is following in your footsteps, why not just be there to help them? Like, that just never made sense for me. But my original point I was going to make was, kind of going back to earlier when we were talking about kind of like how people can't separate and they want everybody to do what they believe is right. And that's the only way that you can be like acceptable. I'm like, my generation is being destroyed by groupthink and the idea of being cringe. And all of that is a byproduct of social media and these phones. And I feel like it's definitely more harmful for Black women because of people's idea of Black women being a monolith. Nobody wants to appear like they're the wrong type of Black, so they act a certain way or go along with what everyone else is doing just so that they don't come off cringe or that people don't think that they're, you know, like they'll exile them from community or whatever. It's just, that's really all I wanted to say. It's just horrible.
I love it. Thank you. You're so funny. And these phones.
Listen, I hate them.
I think that's an excellent point that you made, though, Bad, because our generation, our music, how we moved was all about standing out, not fitting in. It was about breaking barriers, exposing the truth of how Black people live. And I'm definitely seeing, and maybe it is because of social media and the stands that were created that amplify and we internalize that we have to pick one or the other.
Let me respond to a question in the comments. Somebody was asking about Priyanka Chopra, and why I have a critique of her. I would say that I'm probably a more radical feminist. So that means that I just don't align with certain things, period, full stop. So like, and I really do my best to try to make my feminism international as much as possible. So to educate myself as best I can about what is happening to other women in the world, right? So like for me, I'm never going to be a fan of like occupation, colonization, us going in and being at war with or invading, if we're honest, other countries, because I am highly aware of the ways in which women and children will suffer by and large from that behavior from us as a country. So there was a situation some years back with her where she was confronted by a person at BeautyCon. So she was speaking at some event and she was confronted by this person and she was very dismissive of this woman. She used a lot of, oh, you're like, just calm down, you know, very kind of like patronizing, which is like, who does that to women? Who says we're just too emotional, right? So it was like already feeding into that. And the criticism that she was getting that she was acting this way about was basically this person who was giving her a critique around the fact that she was getting a lot of backlash for a tweet that she had made when I think it was India and Pakistan at the time were in a heated conflict, and the tweet seemed to insinuate that she was in favor of harm to Pakistan. And so she was being called out for this, right? Like, how can you be aligned with this? And so then her response to the woman, all of these things totaling together. And then she's had some pretty problematic views with Black women, has supported like skin bleaching. So just not a person that like I would hitch my wagon to personally. Exactly. It's never calmed the person down, and it's extremely patronizing, and it's something that's used as a weapon against women all the time to try to invalidate very valid things that they are saying by saying, oh, you're just so emotional. Hi, Miami. I was actually going to say that earlier. Listen, they were talking about, oh, thank you, my love. They were talking about Stripgate, right? And the and and she's an elitist in India as well. That's helpful to know. Yeah, I don't think that you can be classist. I don't think that you can be pro-war. I don't think that you can be those things and also be a feminist for real. I think that your feminism is limited to your own experiences and your own marginalization, and I'm just not fucking with that personally. I think
Tina, I have a question about that Chopra.
Okay, hold on real quick. I think the goal is probably 100K. Is that right, Gigi and Babs?
Absolutely. 100K. Okay. We are at the top. We are at 30 after the hour. We at 100K. Y'all got 10 minutes to get us there. You're only 7K away, so get the tapping.
Nikki, what's your question?
Setting time.
Did you see her interview on the Golden Globes talking about Alandria?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't think anything about it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well,
We were on a live the other day talking about that. It was crazy.
I just didn't know what to make of it, because she had all these nice things to say, and then the very last thing, she's so brave.
So here's the thing. I feel like people. I'm giving my own opinion. This clip was, and to be fair, I think the whole thing was like a minute long, and I feel like that part of it was like 15 seconds. I feel like we're pulling a lot out of it to think that it is something, very much something. I feel like we're dragging it a little bit personally. Okay.
I just found it odd.
No, like I don't think that it's, I hear you. I don't actually think it's that odd. I think that what I heard her say was, and I watched all my stuff with captions on it. The caption said, she is brave. I thought I heard her say, though, she was brave. So I don't know if she was talking about in the context of the show or if she was talking about in that moment. For me, a very logical conclusion was that she was brave to deal with the stuff that she dealt with on that show, to face with a lot of the stuff that she dealt with. This goes back to my argument earlier. I don't perceive it as inherently negative to be named as strong or brave or courageous. I find those to be admirable traits, honestly, regardless of what your intention may or may not be behind it. The other thing that I thought was a very logical possibility is we know that Alandria has talked about like, oh, guys, I'm nervous, or, like she'll be feeling that like giddy, nervous, excited. You're at the fucking Golden Globes walking the red carpet. Like, this is a gigantic moment. Is it possible that when they cross paths, she's like, oh my God, I love you. Like, you look beautiful. She's like, thank you so much. I'm so nervous. Like, but I'm excited to be here. Like, it's just too many things that are possible for me, for her to have said that statement, for me to feel like it's anything other than just something to kind of throw away, personally.
And this is why words have meanings, because I thought she said, she's so brave. So that for me was just like, but if she was like, she is brave, like, then I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear did you hear the whole thing though? Cause when I heard,
did.
Yeah, when I listened to it, because I the first heard about it on a panel, and then when I went back and listened to it, I was very much doing that Cynthia Erivo scratching my head, you know, that sticker that been floating around with Cynthia Reed scratching her head. That was very much me, because when I heard it with my eyes closed, I still heard it. And I was just like, how did people come to that conclusion? Because I could understand if, hear me out, if she said, you know, she's beautiful, I love her, and she brave, versus
Like,
she's
ooh,
beautiful,
she's
I
brave.
love her, and she's brave. I felt like
That's
those are
fair.
two different things.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yes. The tone
Yes.
from the
So I was
inflection
very
tone.
much, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the former rather than the latter. And I was like, huh? How did we get there? Because I could see how being called strong constantly, because I've been there, I've had those conversations, you know, is considering the joke in my family is that I'm everybody's tech support, you know, so I could see how being strong is that microaggression, right? Or being seen as brave is that microaggression. But in this context, I fear that sometimes as a people, we see things that aren't necessarily there. And I feel like people on the other side, we have to be mindful and be a little more cognizant, because there are going to be this is why people on the other side of that racial line use it as an excuse to go, oh, y'all are constantly reaching, y'all are constantly pulling that card. We have to use a little more, y'all know I hate this word, a little more discernment when we hear that, and use the context that's there. Cause I can't remember the panels. Somebody was like, well, what's the context? I was like, the video was the context.
So I haven't been on panels.
No, you weren't there.
I've tried to say
I don't think
no.
you were
Yeah.
there.
So I didn't know that this was a conversation
Yeah,
at
girl.
all. Like people, but you know what? What this reminds me of is the Splice video again with Nick, and in that text, exposed text, they said we shouldn't put it out there because when he does do something, they're not going to take us seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a good example of what Gigi and you were talking about, is making something into a bigger thing. But when it's actually something, this is the response from the white people that, you know, POCs, that would be like, see, they just complaining about everything,
Right.
you know. So I'm glad that, you know, y'all got me together. Thank
Just
you.
to be clear, I don't like that lady.
Right.
I don't like
Me
her. I
either.
love the show Quantico, and in my mind, she's not on it. In my mind, she ain't on that show. I don't like her.
And
I picture someone else.
I just want to clarify too, because I feel like, at least on the panel I was on, that a lot of it blew up because Desi and Tata had thoughts about this. But I do want to clarify that I sat in that panel and I listened to Desi and I listened to Tata, and I explicitly heard Desi say that it really just made her side eye because of Priyanka's history. She wasn't like, oh my God, she's being microaggressive. She was just like, girl, what? Like,
Yes.
Noticed it. So I don't want people to put too much sauce on what Desi said either, or misrepresent what Desi said.
And Tata was saying the same thing. Tata was saying the same thing. Yes.
Yes. So, yes, exactly. So I do think that, I mean, Tata said that she didn't like it. She didn't want to be called that at all, which fair, valid perspective and valid feelings to have. Everybody has their own space around that. Tashina, many people do not like her. I don't dislike her. She just is deleted in my world. Like, she just doesn't exist. I've told, like, when I decide, like, oh, I'm not fucking with, like, your politics, or I don't fuck with the way you move, or I don't like your values, then, like, you just don't exist to me. So that's kind of her for me. I agree that the most interesting thing about that whole interview was her and Nick's energy between each other more than anything. And I agree, Gigi, that tone matters. Like, if she had even been like, whoa, she's brave, you know, we could have been like, huh? Like, what was that? Girl, what you mean? Right? It was just like, and she's so brave, and she was brave, you know, like, it wasn't anything more. And then I was also going to say, dark skin lover girl, no, this is not my therapist chair. My therapist chair is actually hot pink. And it's down in my office.
Clock it. Because what you trying to do, you can't go over there before me. Let that be known.
Please.
Carry on.
Listen, Chandra said they didn't look like they liked each other. The energy was definitely weird. This is actually the manager's. This used to be her chair for her desk. And child, whose chair did she take? Yours, right?
Yeah.
She took Chris's desk chair instead. And now Chris is supposed to be using this desk chair, but I took it and brought it up. Poor Chris ain't got no desk chair, y'all.
All the things he sacrifices for his women. Y'all,
What a man.
Chris needs to start an Amazon
Y'all,
storefront.
we need a pass.
Let's donate
We
to
need a building
his
fund.
GoFundMe.
Y'all, Big C needs a chair.
Yes, we need to start a
Help
building
him.
fund
Help him, Lord.
and start passing the plate.
Cause y'all know he broke and he ain't got no job.
Yeah, I was about to say, listen,
God, like, he's struggling. You gotta help him.
Got all these women taking his shit. My
Yes.
God.
I can't. Okay, sorry. But yes, so people do not like her. I agree. I thought their energy was weird. It was very much giving like they're tolerating each other for this moment or something. I don't know.
Can I
It was
add?
like she was trying to be playful, but it wasn't really playful.
Yeah. Can I add? I used to like the Jonas Brothers a lot. Like when I was younger. Nick has never looked like he was liked anyone in his entire life. I fear. He doesn't look like he likes his brothers. He doesn't look like he liked any of his girlfriends previously. He just doesn't look like he likes being alive, honestly. I'm so sorry, but
Wait, Tina, hold on.
His brother fumbled Sansa Stark.
literally.
And Jean
Joseph.
Grey.
Are you cool?
Jean
Like, are
Grey
you
and
Sansa?
Sansa Stark.
Do
You
better.
crazy.
Sansa,
crazy.
like, bro,
Please don't get me
Sansa,
started. Please
Do
don't get me
better.
started.
Sansa is she more lit off camera than she owns. I seen a couple clips with
Lord
her.
Baelish, who
I said,
Sansa
girl,
is.
put me
Ask
on
Lord
that
Baelish.
party back.
He was always too cool for him. Honestly.
Too cool. And then you see how he looked it upset at his own wedding that he paid for? Like, bro, can you smile a little bit?
All three of them, you mean?
Girl, look, you know what? We on the same way. That's why you my boo. Look,
I be knowing.
you do be knowing, girl. You be knowing.
Cheek, and somebody else said that he apparently had an anxiety attack. I don't know the validity of that statement. Someone else is saying that the heat was bothering him because of his diabetes. It wasn't giving even that. It wasn't even him for me. I mean, it was him, like, but he just kind of seemed like blah. It was more so her. Like, there were things that, like, it seemed to me like she was trying to be playful, but they really were kind of like jabs. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it read to me, personally. But I don't know nothing about these people. This is the first time I've seen them ever. So,
Maybe
like,
if he had a black car behind him, he'd have been all right. Shut up, Gigi. Sorry, my intrusive thoughts.
He just needed a snack. You know he has diabetes.
Drew Afualo was out there with snacks because then Landry got some.
He should have gone to see her.
I'm just
He
saying.
had all of us in middle
If he had a
school
black
thinking that
choir
man's
walking behind him,
dying.
he'd have been fine.
It ain't nothing to have a basket full of Snicker bars. Like, come on, pay attention to the commercials.
Ooh, yes.
Where's my boy's Snicker bar? Like, bruh. But you know what? It was the him having to sign that check. Keep it a buck.
Yeah,
He didn't know how much it was until he had to sign off on that bad boy, and it went downhill from there, baby. I said, ooh, last marriage he ever gonna have, and he said it on in 4K. He said, let me tell you something, this is the first and the last time I will get married, and I'm not kidding y'all. He said it out his mouth.
Exactly. Okay, so Proverbs 31, that's what I'm getting at. For me, it was not about Nick. It was not about Nick. It was her being like, no, we watch what you want to watch. Ha 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 ha. Like, it's a joke, but she meant what the fuck she said, right? Like, well, right. I want to watch love. It was that stuff that to me was like more scratching.
Can I add another piece of context?
Yeah.
The man won't even sit in the bed and watch TV with her. They have said multiple times that he won't get in the bed until it's time to go to sleep. He has a little chair he sits on next to the bed while they're watching something on TV in there.
I'm not gonna hold you bad. I don't watch TV in my bed either.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the fact that he's like sitting in the chair next to her. Why don't they just sit in the living room?
No, that's what I'm saying. I do the same thing. That crazy man of mine will be in the bed, and I'm just like, but maybe that's just because I'm a crazy bougie bitch. Because I will be in my shades, in my robe with my bonnet on by the bed because the bed.
Well, you're my manager. I can't judge you. I can judge that white man.
So I'm not gonna hold you. But I do get what you're saying, though. But I do see what you're saying. Yes, it's that lack of intimacy and connection. I do get what you're saying.
Like,
Okay,
that goes against Netflix and chill. Catch up. That's the purpose of Netflix and chill, is to cuddle up in the bed with Netflix.
Listen, just let me.
Okay, you know what? Never mind, Gigi. You know what?
Gigi, enough, Gigi, enough.
I'm sorry.
Enough.
I'm sorry. I mess with Gigi too. My bad, girl. I'm sorry. I know the chair is comfortable, and that robe you got plush.
Just to clarify, no, that man does not let me watch what I want to. I have to wait until after he goes to sleep, because he falls asleep to all them like murder mysteries, and then like I have those No, because I have very vivid dreams. I told you it's like Baskin Robbins.
Yeah.
I have 31 flavors in here, and they be trying to act out the shit that we listening to. 1 minute I'm Bonnie and Clyde, the next minute I'm Bumpy Johnson. I can't be doing that shit,
girl. Girl. So is it a thing? Because I can't do that neither. Like, I do sleep with the TV on, but it's always cartoons. I can never go to sleep with yeah. Okay. I get it. Carry on.
Sounds.
Yep. It's recess for me, baby, and Bugs Bunny.
I used to go to sleep. I used to go to sleep to murder mysteries. I still turn on true crime. Like, that's our wind down kind of like TV. It's true crime. But I listen to, Chris had bought me this like sleep mask that has Bluetooth speakers in it. So I listen to Reiki when I go to sleep. And like ASMR.
I need that. Tina, send that to me, because I need something like that. Yeah, I fall asleep to The Office.
Music. Yes, you know me, it's frequency music, nature music, or it's like white noise, like or it's water. I can't listen to all that other stuff. My dreams are way too vivid.
I feel you. We can talk about, I think you're talking about what's their name, Chavez, right? Hi, Kim Possible. We can talk about her next time, y'all. It is almost 9:00 my time. And I'm old, y'all.
And we didn't talk about nothing.
We didn't talk about those people at all.
On his chair back.
Wait, y'all don't feel like we talked about Christy and Desmond enough?
Tina, cut it out.
I personally think we do. I honestly, I'm probably the only one in the world that did not know who these people were.
No, you're not.
Because you're not.
Couples content for me is not interesting whatsoever.
I knew, but I mean,
unless I enjoy the couple content that Tina and Chris give us, like every now and then. That's the couple content that I'm okay with her, him off camera bringing her flowers and shit, put this in the.
Cause girl, hold on,
you know what I mean?
She didn't think we
it was a Nickelandry of summer. It's a Chris and Tina winter.
Talk about it. Lord remembers.
I'm gonna leave Big C alone. But yeah, it's just never been anything that it may have something to do with the fact that because I did grow up in the church, and I know how so many couples put on, and then I want to talk about their relationship as if this is the only way to have a relationship. I will say, after watching Blue's live, she's really, out there and funny. So I probably would enjoy her singular content than more of a couple content, to be honest with you.
And you know what? I'm not too big on couple content either. Only because I know how contrived it is. I was burned by, and this is, this early, mid to early 2000s, on Food Network and TLC, no, not TLC, the House Hunters channel. What channel is that? Jesus Christ. HGTV. Flip or Flop with Tarek and his wife. And then Food Network with Down Home with the Neelys. When I found out, every episode talking about give me some sugar. And listen, it was so crazy.
Can I say this?
You find out that in their last season, they're going through this massively bitter divorce, but they still have to get in front of the cameras and perform for everybody and talking about give me some sugar still, when really he want to put vinegar in her eye. But you know, it is just like, I can't, ever since then, I can't, you know, it's just, it is. I enjoyed the content that came across my FYP every once in a while, but to sit and consume their content like wasn't a thing for me.
I just want to say something about the Neelys real quick. This is just personal. There's nothing to do with it. I used to date the chef that did all of their like food paintings. Because
Really?
y'all know in the Food Network, like on those channels, there's like even in Top Chef, you know, I worked for Le Bernardin with Chef Repair, who was a judge on Top Chef, and you know, but I learned that from Bobby. He was, you know, he had his own restaurant in New York, but yeah, he would go down and do their food painting for their show every week, and he, you know, we shared some things, so I knew it was coming.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But you know, watching that, and then like Tark and his wife, them, you know, for seasons being together on HGTV, and then buying the house and then their entire family, and then to watch that play out the way it did, and it crashed and burned, and it was just so. And then don't even get started on John and Kate plus 8, because that was already a weird mess from the beginning with. But all those curated couples who, like, you know, before, you know, social media got really big, that have these things, and then because of the pressure that the continued, this, you know, facade puts on them, and the breakdown in communication, it's just like, it's never what's presented, because it's super curated. You know, I don't want to see you at your, and not that I want you to have lows, but I want to see your reels. If you're going to show me the reels. You know, and when I say that, I mean, like, be real about it. Like, you don't have to be, oh, Snooky Bookie, come here, let me smack you on the booty every time. Like, I know that's not, your roses really smell like ooh, 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 ooh.
Listen, Proverbs 31, this is why I can appreciate Toya and Eugene. It's also why I can appreciate, like you said, Nene and Greg. Like, I can appreciate the honesty of the relationship dynamic. I had a question.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, because it's like on the realm of, like, you know, folks displaying their, you know, relationship on the internet and all of that kind of stuff, and it's like a very slippery slope, because on one hand, you know, it's y'all relationship, and I'm just like, I was raised very old school, so it's just certain things that you're supposed to keep sacred. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, it's like they want to put any and everything on, and wonder why their relationships don't last. So my question is, it's like, what prompts a couple to even think that should be a good idea in the first place? Especially the couples with kids, because now you're involving your children. And are you telling me that you're that clueless to the internet world that you are, like, everybody in my mind is at risk? So I'm really asking, am I overthinking that? Because now I'm thinking about how that's going to affect each person as an individual, and according to how old they are, and how they came about having to do this. Because back in my day, I don't know if y'all know, but the Osbournes was a thing on MTV. And then come to find out 10 years later, there was a kid missing. I said, where'd she come from? Where she was at? She said, honey, I packed my shit up and went in the pool house because you got me fucked up. She wasn't going for it. But what is it about that people wanted to display that sacred part of your inside home, your peace? Or y'all don't care about that no more? That's what I'm asking. Like, what is it? What is marriage on the internet now?
It speaks to what we were talking about earlier from the very beginning, is that, like, being viral is a drug now. Like, it's addictive.
And so now your 2 and 3-year-old is addicted to the internet.
But that's why you saw that video, like that video of that mom who, like, posted, and, like, people were coming for her, how it was her child's birthday, and then she let all the kids blow out the candle, because they want that notoriety, but they don't know how to handle it once they finally get it.
Too many people live in a small enough bubble where they feel like they're not going to have that many people that disagree with them. I talked to y'all about this the last time I think I was on here. I was saying that I had listened to a creator that shifted my brain around some of the content that happens on here. Lady Russell Hat, Lauren, she's the one that sent it to me. But basically, this creator was like, the women that get on here and complain about their husbands are not expecting you to say, baby, leave him, that man doesn't like you. They're expecting you to say, oh my God, girl, my husband's the same way. Oh my God, because they are in communities and in circles where that's what you do, is you complain about your husband and you complain about your wife. And so they get on the internet not realizing this is the world wide web, not Tuscaloosa, Alabama wide web, not Denver, Colorado wide web. It is the
overseas with
wide web. And they don't think about the fact that there are going to be people on here that disagree with the way in which you live your life and the way in which you carry yourself. And so when the inevitable scrutiny happens, they don't know what to do with that. And they think that we're all tripping, right? The other thing is like money. It's definitely like money. I think there's also some people that get on here to make couple content because they actually do feel like they have something of value to add to the world, right? I think that there's this one couple that used to come across my FYP all the time. I don't follow them. I've never followed them, but their lives used to come across my FYP all the time. And it was a husband and a wife. And they would basically be on live trying to tell people like about how to be married, basically like a coaching sort of type of experience. Right. And so I think that some people get on because they think that they really have something to offer other people. They cannot imagine that their singular experience is not applicable universally, right? Which goes back to why I'd be so annoyed with some of the men. I know Ginger just came in here, but I'd be so annoyed with some of the men on Ginger's panel because you think that your singular experience somehow invalidates the research, right? And so people will come on here with their singular experience that's not like, oh, wow, I realize how my experience is related to research. Let me share about that, right? You know, it's too many people that grew up doing testimony. It's too many people that grew up, no shade.
Speak it.
But it's too many people that grew up doing that and thinking that your testimony is somehow liberating to other people. And to be fair, some people do feel encouraged by your stories, right? And so I think that that's why a lot of people get on here. Is that they get on here wanting to tell their story, wanting to show because they want to be an inspiration to other people. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of times those couples haven't really interrogated the health of their relationship dynamic before they do that. As far as like,
oh, I had a question. I had a
real quick, Nikki, as far as like a law to protect the children, I do think that, we're behind the times a lot when it comes to laws, right? So I would say that like, there should be it should be some level of acknowledgement around how doing social media content is work and it is a job. And so children should be being treated with the same labor laws that apply there. I just think it's going to take a long time for the law to really catch up, which is why so many kids have come out saying, I don't got none of that money. Everything was content. They were constantly working, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
It ain't gonna catch up in Florida. They done dropped the age for the work. They trying to get rid of protections.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
If they didn't do anything when kids were getting shot at school, they're not doing anything about this. I'm sorry.
Well, they've removed the
I will say that now y'all done made me be a nerd, and then y'all have to let me go. I will say that the one reason, not the only reason, but part of the reason why, if somebody gets affected, then yes. If people in power get affected, then yes, they will make something, right? Because the reality is that part of the reason why child labor laws even came into place in the United States, at least in our context, is because when the men were coming back from the war and the women and the children had been working, and now we need them to have a job to go back to. We need y'all to get the fuck out so that they can go back to work, right? Because that's who was supposed to be working. And then this is when the school became compulsory because it was just kids everywhere. And they like, y'all gotta fucking go somewhere. So they was like, you know what? Go to school. You gotta go to school. It's against the law for you to not be at school. So if it impacts enough people that have power, then I do think we'll see something. But I agree, unless it impacts them, I don't know any motivation for them to do that. Nikki, what's your last question?
no. It was actually just a comment on what you were talking about. It's not just on social media for me. It's in my. You can if you pay attention to your life, it's in your regular life too. Because one thing about testimony, it's instant gratification. Because you go up there, you say your testimony, and you're met with a whole bunch of amens. You know what I mean? So therefore, you think that everybody is inspired by your story, right? I had to press pause on a very long term relationship. We actually pressed pause on each other, honestly, because we haven't talked about it. But the big issue with that, and why it has my friendship had grown apart, is because at one point in time we were very well aligned, but she took a turn that got her more on a conventional way of living, and she was just constantly being like, when are you going to do what I do? And I'm just like, I don't want what you have. I'm happy for you, but that's not for me. And that's been something that, and in her mind, I'm judging her. And what I'm saying is that I'm happy for you. We're just living two different lives. If you can't understand that, then we are not aligned right now. And I have to take a step back.
Period. Yeah. I feel like this is hilarious, so I'm gonna say it out loud. Shine Sunflower Shine said, imagine if there was complete silence after your testimony. And
Now, wait, quick question, because curiosity, right? Curiosity. The couple you were talking about that came across your feed, that wouldn't happen to be the one with the girl that had the helmet of justice, was it?
Wait, what?
Now, bitch, you just making up shit now.
Wait, no. Repeat that.
That.
You know that black couple?
Now you're making up shit.
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. So, it was either like the
honestly,
helmet of
this is a couple
justice.
I don't want to watch. The helmet of justice.
See?
Absolutely.
Erica knew what I was talking about. The Jacksons. She knew what I was talking about. Helmet of
Gigi's
salvation.
For You page?
Helmet of salvation.
Remember
That's what it
the
was.
On your For You page.
You're talking
yeah.
about that's Derek Jackson, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, no.
Yes.
Let me tell you, he never came across my FYP because I was not fucking with him before he got married. Because I could never get behind, oh, y'all done got me on and then I'm leaving. I could never get behind motherfuckers being so hard on that man's tip for not saying anything a woman had not already fucking said. Y'all just think that shit is somehow profound.
Period.
Nigga, get the fuck out my face.
You know what? That's when I broke up with couples content, Tina. That's when I broke up. I said never again.
I said, it's giving a man being in women's business too much.
Yes.
To the point of like, I feel like you low key trying to grift. Like, it's not actually giving you give a fuck. It's giving you think you're repeating some shit you heard some other woman say. But now because you're a man, they're like, oh my God. Oh, yeah, this is so profound. And the girls thought he was fine. So that was even worse, right? And then he got married and was trash. I told y'all years ago. Before
and did he cheat on his wife?
Yeah, he cheated on his wife too.
Think with your brain, not your eyes, ladies. Please.
I mean,
my God.
Unfortunately, honey,
that's because y'all saw that girl's bonnet of salvation and thought, oh, we can get that. That's what happened.
And then she was defending that man off for that to be what happened, child.
That part, bad. Watch this.
Sorry, I didn't.
Y'all remember? Watch this. Y'all remember Prison Bay?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He was fine though.
See, you go.
I'm sorry,
Miss Nikki. See,
I'm sorry.
He was
cute. Like love after lockup.
The man is cute.
Look here, Nikki.
I'm not gonna lie. The man is fine. The man was fine.
I couldn't get with jail,
one of my husband's late night documentaries.
I'm just saying. He was cute.
Listen,
R.I.P.
Listen.
Tina said, "Give us free.
Give us free.
Give us free."
Okay, I love y'all down. I'm gonna see y'all again on Friday. What?
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Tina, check your messages. Mm-hmm.
Look like
Oh,
you slid
I'm
in
gonna
my
find the
DMs.
videos. I'm gonna find the videos. I was out all day. I'll find them today.
No worries, no
Yeah,
worries.
hit me
Bye,
up. Hit me up.
I will.
Love you.
Bye.
Later.
I said, y'all, if the shoe fits, wear it.
I asked a question.
Like a Cinderella shoe, baby.
You literally are chasing women down in gas stations that sell money orders.
The stats are in his favor though, Chastity. Like he can do that.
That's not
Yeah,
a
that
gas
goes back
station.
to what I was
7-Eleven
saying
is not a
earlier,
gas
that he's
station, man.
targeting certain types of women.
I'm targeting women that's attractive. I don't care where they at. They could be coming out of a shelter.
Until they are too expensive.
Hey.
Oh man, I'm
Come on.
sorry. I love that guy.
Until they want to run up on
I
a
will
$200
I
tab.
will go sit in the unemployment office and act like I'm waiting to be called. No problem.
If you had a lot of money, you wouldn't have to target women at the gas station. You wouldn't have to go to the unemployment office.
Chastity, they're everywhere though. You can't put
Everywhere.
a you can't put a where I find them at.
Yeah.
You can. You're
Hold
not
on, y'all.
going to look
DJ
for
back. I'm
some.
gonna let DJ finish his story.
Yeah, finish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she ready
DJ,
to
why
try
you
and
didn't
tell.
marry the woman that motivated you to be who you are today?
Um, we had an understanding of where she wanted to go in life. That was what it was. It had nothing to do. We are still great friends. She
Was
just
that
wanted to
before
travel
or
and do
after
different
you broke her
things.
heart?
I didn't break her heart. To this day, we still talk. Actually, she's about to move back to Michigan, and we might try again.
Now.
Oh, that's
You
good.
Hey,
Good
good?
for
You're not
you.
broke no more, right?
Who did what to the where what?
You're not broke no more.
Nah.
So yeah. If you ready, you dating, you should go
I
back and
mean,
get her then, cause she gave you a chance when you was broke. Remember?
Yep. I do agree with that.
I don't need y'all to tell him that.
but
No,
he's not obligated to do
No,
that.
no,
He's
absolutely
not.
not. But
he's
he
not. But if
knows.
he don't, it'll prove my point, cause he gonna get some money and get the woman that he want.
Well,
Y'all
not
need
only
to use
that,
that
he
advice to get
knows.
the
He
man that
knows that.
left y'all.
He knows
I
if he
mean
falls
that's
at the
that's
Hold
wrong
on.
not that's not
time.
necessarily what could happen. Like my thing
Why y'all
is
don't use that advice
like
against the man that left
Let him
y'all?
finish.
she left and she wanted to model and do all different things and she like moved to California. So my thing was like, should I wait for her? And I was like, nah. Like you do your thing, I'm gonna do mine. And now it's come to the point where she's like, I'm moving back. So we'll see what happens. But
Good
it's
luck.
Do
not my
you feel as
priority.
if you motivated her to like fulfill her dreams and she motivated
Yes,
you to
we
fulfill
both
your
made it.
dreams?
Yeah, we both motivated each other.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I feel like there's nothing wrong with
If
that.
you
I
don't
totally get
move
what my
fast
man
enough,
said
that
about
lady gonna
like
be married, DJ.
rejection makes you do great things.
Diva.
It does. But that companionship, that support, that person that's right there with you, that inspires you, that's way better, in my opinion. Because I've
Alex, I'm
been
just
there.
tired of these brokies, not you, DJ, but I'm just tired of these men in general wasting women's time. You know?
No, you
That's,
tired of the man you was dealing with
no,
when
no,
she was
I'm
there.
tired of just bees, the
You
just
just
bees
met
out
me.
there
You
in the
just
D
met me.
Okay,
nights.
what if they were
No,
broke and
just be
totally
good, a
honest
dime
and
a
upfront with it
dozen.
and still wanted to date and
You
totally
Girl,
just
I
date?
met me,
don't
baby.
date broke men no more. I've been there, done that.
No,
No, if
that's
he
true. We're
broke,
at an
no,
age.
we
Yeah.
can be friends. I got plenty of broke male friends,
I
but
mean,
Yeah, well,
we
everybody
not
friends,
date. You got to
dating.
watch them. You got to see where they going.
friends with
We not
benefits.
dating.
Yeah, that's true. There comes a time and an age where you is no, it's a no.
True. Understand that.
Hey,
Man,
I think you guys got to do
single for
both so y'all can
life.
know the difference. Y'all need to understand.
What?
He sound like
So you literally have to stick your hand
Y'all
this
in
is
better have
fire.
somebody
some
else
more.
that be on this
Y'all
panel
better
that you
have some
sound
more
like
kids
that
because
say
y'all
that.
gonna be single.
You literally have to stick your hand in fire to believe that it's hot.
Who does
Hey,
that? Who does that?
Toddlers.
Like, stop, man.
So why try? Why try something that is a high risk? Like why try?
Right.
don't you see people eating fire when you go on tour on trips?
That's a sideshow.
Exactly. So people that may give people the illusion that it don't. You never know.
Um,
Maybe it's good.
man,
Illusion. The
man.
illusion.
Come on, y'all. in real
Hey,
life.
hey,
It just
listen,
doesn't make
man.
sense to date a broke man.
I
Come on.
appreciate broke men because they allow the world to be a better place because all those women who they hurt, they come over here and get the water bill paid and they happy. It's
Kodak,
fine.
boy, Kodak is a happy side man. Like he is,
Happily.
he know it's no commitment his way.
Never.
That's what it sounds like.
You're right. Best
That's what it
uncle,
That's
sounds
hey,
like.
okay.
Like, just
best
call me if you
uncle
need
She
ever.
me.
can't come looking for love with Kodak.
Hey,
It's not
And that's
happening.
okay. But when women do it, it's a
It's a
problem.
problem. We're HO,
but own
Santa
that. It's
Claus,
okay. Own that.
Would you own someone calling you HO?
Santa
Yes.
Claus.
Of course I will.
Ma'am, don't spell that. Say
Okay,
304.
sorry.
You ain't spell it. You started to, but we don't want you to spell those words neither.
Okay.
What's a good word to replace it with?
304.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Garden tool.
That's to tell you my
Yeah.
age.
Or a hussy. Can you say hussy?
No,
A
don't say
hoochie.
it. Just say
Uh-oh.
He shall. Tell you what to say. You go try to make another word up.
I'm
Booski.
actually flying through the glossary in my head right now.
Hey man, it's nothing better than a man to pay that light bill, that water bill. We're not doing no cardinals on that, but I got your light bill for sure. You let me know.
Why you so picky? Why y'all men like to do that?
Oh yeah, certain ones I'm not paying. That's for your man.
Why?
Eric
Oh,
Shane.
okay. I forgot you.